Here's a wild stat. Every month, over 60 million Americans attend a religious service. That's right, 60 million. In a time when everything is digital and disconnected, folks are still showing up to church like clockwork. But why? Why are people still waking up early on their only day off, ironing clothes, getting their kids dressed, skipping brunch just to go to Sunday service? Well, that's what we're digging into today. Because honestly, I used to ask the same question. And now I get it. Sunday service is not just a religious thing. It's not just people showing up out of tradition. For a lot of folks, it's therapy, it's fuel, it's family. It's the one time in the week where they can exhale, where they can put their phone down and their hands up, where they're not just scrolling through fake perfection, but connecting to something real. And if you've never experienced it for yourself, or if you've only seen the negative sides, this video is for you. Let's be honest. Church doesn't always have the best reputation. Some of y'all watching had bad experiences, church hurt, hypocrisy, judgment. Maybe you walked into a church once and didn't feel seen, or worse, you felt like you were being watched. Maybe the people didn't match the message. Maybe you felt like you had to be someone you weren't just to belong. And for others, it's not even hurt, it's confusion. What is this? What do they do in there? Is it just rules and rituals? Is it even relevant to my life? All valid questions. But here's what a lot of folks don't know. There's a whole new generation of churches out here doing it different, modern, relatable, inclusive, not perfect, but authentic. Let's talk about what makes Sunday service special. What makes it the highlight of the week for millions of people? First up, the music. Forget what you think you know. It's not always an organ and a choir in robes, although that can hit too. These days, it might be a full band, praise team, gospel choir, or just a keyboard and a worship leader pouring their heart out. And when that music hits, whew, you feel it in your chest. It's not just sound, it's healing. Then there's the message. And no, I'm not talking about a preacher yelling at you for 45 minutes about what you're doing wrong. I'm talking about real life, hit you where you live kind of messages, stuff about anxiety, identity, money, heartbreak, forgiveness, discipline, calling. You walk in empty. You leave thinking, dang, that was for me. And of course, community. This might be the most powerful part. Sunday service is the one place where people who would never cross paths in real life sit next to each other, hug, cry, pray, and eat together. You got lawyers sitting next to ex-cons, rich folks hugging single moms, elders mentoring teens. It's not about status. It's about spirit. And in a world where people feel more disconnected than ever, that kind of community, it's priceless. Let me tell you about a friend of mine. Dude was done with church, grew up in it, got burned, walked away. He told me straight up, church people are fake. The music is corny. The sermons don't mean nothing. But one day, something in him said, go. So he pulled up to this church he'd never been to, just sat in the back, arms folded. And then something crazy happened. The music started, and they were singing a song about second chances, about not being too far gone, about God still having a purpose for you. And he just broke down right there in the back row. After service, a random older guy walked over and said, I don't know why, but I feel like you needed to hear today that God hasn't forgotten you. That was it. One Sunday service, one moment, and everything changed. He got back in church, found a small group, started healing. Now he's mentoring other young guys who felt like he used to feel. That's what Sunday service can do. Look, I'm not saying Sunday service is perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect church because it's made up of people, and people are messy. But what I am saying is this. There's something powerful about setting aside time every week to center your soul, to block out the noise, to hear something real, to be around people who want better, not just for themselves, but for you too. Whether it's the singing, the scriptures, the hugs, or just the quiet moment where you get to sit and breathe. Sunday service hits different. So why do people love Sunday service? Because it reminds them they're not alone, because it gives them hope, because it meets them where they are and helps them move towards something greater. Because for some folks, Sunday is the only time they feel seen, heard, loved, and lifted. Now listen, if you felt anything watching this, if something I said hit home or made you think about Sunday service in a different way, do me a favor. Don't just dip. Hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Because trust me, I got more content coming that's going to challenge you, uplift you, and make you look at life, faith, and yourself a little differently.